I think of, what must go through the minds of these people, like the guy yesterday who's accused of shooting up that supermarket. He's 18 years old. His whole life was in front of him, and now his life essentially is over because of what he decided to do. Do they not think about this before they open fire? Are they so wrapped up in themselves, as you say, so psychopathic that nothing else matters to them? I wonder, it seems like these things have gotten so much worse since video games became so realistic and so violent. Have you done research or, learned that video games tend to just desensitize people to the actual results of pulling a trigger?
Oh, man. Gotta talk about politics and video games again. Let's go. What is up, YouTube? My name is Mario, aka the Loot Box Hero, aka YouTube's greatest fat man here, bringing you another video. Alright, so the other day I talked about Sony and Jason Schreier trying to screw over Jim Ryan for wanting civility in his workplace. And so I smacked the left, so I gotta go and smack the right too. Otherwise, people will be like, oh my God, he's a right-wing incel, coon, Uncle Tom, whatever. So we're over here though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go smack the right. So Fox News, which has been popular for taking shots at video games since all the way back in the Mass Effect 1 days, freaking Dorito Pope Jeff Keighley had to go and handle business on Fox News.
We know that all the research shows that violence has a desensitizing effect. Well, sexuality does too, because this is when the developing mind is happening. This is when they're first deciding who they're going to be, who their identity is. This is when social development is happening. And here's how they're seeing women. They're seeing them as these objects of desire, as these, hot bodies. I mean,
well, I think what's interesting about this, we talk about, sexuality in the media. One of the great things about Mass Effect, for people that have played it know this is a sort of a choose-your-own-adventure story, and it doesn't force you down any situation. You can actually play through this game without the sexual situation ever happening.
Right, and the young boys
game.
are going to be choosing not to have sex. That'll be what they'll choose. I mean,
no,
let's be realistic
it's not a simple choice, but Cooper, it's not a simple choice. You don't turn to the game and says, would you like to have sex or not?
But yeah, one of those situations, man. But yeah, we're back at it again. So this time, the tragic Buffalo, New York shooting happened, and of course, every time one of these mass shootings happen, they always try to tie it into video games, especially if it's a young person. Like, I mean, there have been a couple of mass violence incidents. Like, there was the guy in the other part of New York that shot up the subway. There was a church shooting in California. The guy who ran through the Christmas parade. There's been a lot of mass violence incidents, but they only really talk about video games when it's a relatively young person, somebody in their early 20s that does it. And of course, Fox News had to come out and was like, oh yeah, I mean, this stuff doesn't really happen. It seems like, oh, it's the violence in the video games. And I'm like, come on, Fox News. Like, no, I've been playing violent video games for most of my, most of my life anyway, but like really violent games most of my adult life, I played freaking Mad World, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, daggone Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim. I've played tons of violent video games. And according to your logic, I should be out here playing hacky sack with a freaking baby head or something. You know what I'm saying? And, well, I mean, in some circles, that probably wouldn't be too disturbing.
I'm killing the baby!
She must be
Yeah, and people wonder why I don't go outside and associate with people. Why would you go outside, Mario? It's freaking nuts out there, bro. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? According to his logic, I would be some violent psychopath. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a weird, introverted dude, you know what I'm saying, that likes video games and anime. You know what I'm saying? What next? Oh, you watch so much anime, you must be a pedo. Come on, man. It's freaking crazy. You know, the association between violent video games and violence has been disproven so many times. You know what I'm saying? And it's always, and usually it's the right that comes to this conclusion. Usually, whenever there's a mass shooting involving a young person, they immediately go to video games. And I think this time what they're trying to do is they're trying to go to video games to get away from the fact that there's a racial component here that the left is gonna ride on like a pony on the freaking Pony Express. But the violence, yes, violent video games do not cause people to commit violence. Fox News, you have been trying to do this for decades now. Alright, it doesn't work. There is no correlation. The only people who think there's a correlation are scientists on somebody's payroll or old boomers who haven't checked out the research. So, you know, I'm gonna pull a move out of the left-wing hat and say, Fox News, do your research, because you're wrong. So hopefully this is the last video I have to do politics-wise for a while. That's about it for this. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like videos like political videos, I have tons of other videos here. I've got streams on my main channel. On my main channel, I just reviewed Bubble, the Netflix movie. You can check that out. I've got other videos on this channel as well. I got my streaming clips on my clip channel, RSM Plays. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, people, good day to you.